Let me do this integral by 4 methods. Method 1. Method 1 is this: I split the fraction into 2 parts, which is 1 over 1 plus cosine x e to the x. Right, that's the first one, first part. Then the second part is plus sine x, 1 plus cosine x. E to the power x dx, I'm writing this way, dx. That is the same thing as e to the x dx, right? See, the reason I'm writing this way, because I prepare by parts. So the first part is e to the x dx, 1 plus cosine x, plus, now that will be by parts, right? U dv. So is equal to uv, u is this, sine x e to the x, 1 plus cosine x. That is u times v, minus the v times du. v is this. du is the derivative of sine x over 1 plus cosine x. That will be 1 plus cosine x square. I'm using quotient rule, right? The derivative of sine is cosine. Minus 1 plus cosine x, minus the sine x times the derivative of that one. That denominator derivative is a negative sign, so it becomes plus sine square x and the dx. Okay, good. That's enough room. Just enough room. Okay, then this one is equal to integral e to the x, 1 plus cosine x dx, plus sine x, 1 plus cosine x e to the x. Now here, well, this is the minus integral. Now, this is the cosine x plus cosine square x. Cosine square x plus sine square x is equal to 1. So this one becomes 1 plus cosine x, 1 plus cosine square, and e to the x dx, right? So obviously we cancel one of them with the denominator. So this one is equal to e to the power x, 1 plus cosine x dx, plus sine x, 1 plus cosine x e to the x, minus, cancel one of them, becomes 1 plus cosine x and e to the x dx. Well, that one cancel with that one, this one cancel with this one. So the result is sine x, 1 plus cosine x to the power x e to the x plus c. Okay, so that is the result for my integral. That's method 1. Now method 2. Well, method 2 is done with the different methods. So this one I'm using double angle formula. So the numerator is equal to 1 plus 2, right? sine half x cosine half x. And the denominator is 1 plus 2 cosine square half x minus 1, right? Times e to the x dx. Now then, well, the 1 cancel out, and the first one is 1, 2 cosine square half x, right? E to the x dx. Yes. No, I'll put a dx later, put it this way. Okay, I'll put a dx together. So the second part of a fraction is this. 2 and 2 cancel out. Cosine cancel out. It becomes sine half x cosine half x, right? E to the x together dx. Yeah, this is better. Okay. Obviously, this is a half secant square, right? Secant square half x times e to the x. And this is a tangent half x e to the x, right? All together dx. Okay. Now this is the derivative. This is the derivative of a tangent half x times e to the x plus, and this is a tangent half x, the derivative of e to the x, right? Yeah, all together dx. So here, obviously, this is product rule, okay? This one is equal to tangent half x e to the x derivative with respect to x and dx, right? That's the product rule. And obviously, this is equal to the derivative of tangent half x and e to the x. Okay, for that integral, the result is equal to e to the x, right? Half x plus c. Yeah, that is the result of this integral. And for method 1, the result is this. Well, you can easily verify that they are same result, okay? I leave it for your homework. So these two are the same thing. These two are the same result. If you take the derivative is equal to this, or you can verify by changing this one into the half tangent. The same thing. Okay. These are two methods. Okay. Method 3. Method 3. This is the integral 1 plus sine x, 1 plus cosine x, e to the power x dx. Now, method 3, I'm doing this way. I'm doing this 1 plus sine x and 1 plus cosine x, e to the power x dx, I'm writing the derivative e to the x. Okay. Right? This is the same thing. This is equal to this, right? Now, the reason I'm doing this way, I'm prepared for by parts, right? This is my u. This is my v. U dv is equal to uv, u times v minus v du. V is this. Du is the derivative of this rational function, right? This is equal to 1 plus cosine x square, the quotient rule. The derivative of this one is cosine times the 1 plus cosine minus the numerator, which is 1 plus sine x, times the derivative of the denominator, which is negative sign. So sine negative, change it to positive, right? And the dx. Well, I hope you see clearly there's no room for it. So this one is equal to 1 plus sine x e to the power x, 1 plus cosine x minus integral e to the x. This is 1 plus cosine x square. Now, cosine x plus cosine square x. This is sine x plus sine square x. So it's equal to 1 plus cosine x plus sine x. Right? And then dx. Well, just simple algebra. Then this is equal to 1 plus sine x, 1 plus cosine x e to the x. Now, here I have two parts, right? This is over this one. So the first part is 1 over cosine x e to the x dx minus 1, this is sine, right? Sine x, 1 plus cosine x e to the x dx. Yeah. That's right. Then what? Then 1 plus sine x e to the x, 1 plus cosine x. Minus e to the x, 1 plus cosine x dx. And this one is equal to e to the x, while sine x over sine x, I have to do some side work. Now, here, the derivative of 1 plus cosine x, well, this is equal to 1 plus cosine x squared, right? and negative the derivative denominator, which is a sign, right? Negative sign. Here, dx. So this one is equal to sine x dx 1 plus cosine x squared. So this is equal to this. So I'm writing this way. It becomes the derivative of 1 over 1 plus cosine x. So this, as I did, is equal to sine x over 1 plus. So there was a square, right? Square. So this one is equal to this. Now the reason of writing this way because I'm prepared for by parts, right? So this one is equal to 1 plus sine x, 1 plus cosine x, e to the x, minus e to the x, 1 plus cosine x, dx. And this one is equal to which is equal to negative, right? This one equal to, this is negative, yeah, this has become positive, e to the x, 1 plus cosine x. Now this is by parts, right? Now, by parts, this becomes a minus, sorry, confused with, by parts of the u times v, u times v, minus v du, minus become plus, v is this, v is e to the x, is 1 plus cosine x dx. Yeah. So this one cancel with that one. And ex over 1 plus x cancel with negative e to x. So the remaining sine x over 1 plus cosine x plus c. So that one is the result of this integral. Well, here there's a little confusing here. Well, let me show it again. So this one is this one. Here I may split it in two. This over this become this. Sine over this becomes that. Okay. This one I write as is. This one I change it. I change sine x over 1 plus cosine square into the derivative of 1 plus 1 over 1 plus cosine x. So this is an integral by parts again. This is u, this is v. U dv is equal to u times v, right? Minus, change it minus again, become plus v du. Okay. V is a dx. Okay, this is a v. This is a v. Du is this. Same thing dx. So result this cancel with that one, and 1 over this cancel with this. The remaining is sine. Yeah. Okay, that is this is the method 3. Now method 4. Well, the method 4 is 1 plus sine x, 1 plus cosine x, e to the x dx. Okay, that's the question. Method 4. have side work. Now, method 4 is method 4. Okay, let me first show that the derivative of sine x over 1 plus cosine x, this derivative by quotient rule, we have a 1 plus cosine square, right? And this will be cosine x times 1 plus cosine x minus sine x times the derivative of denominator, which is negative sign. So negative becomes positive and the square x. So this one is equal to 1 plus cosine x square. This will be cosine square is 1, right? So it's 1 plus cosine x. Yeah. Cosine square plus sine square is 1. So leave leftover cosine. So this one is equal to 1 plus cosine x, 1 here. So which means the derivative of this one is this. Okay. Then now then I'm doing this way, right? I split this one into 1 over 1 plus cosine x plus sine x 1 plus cosine x altogether e to the x dx. Okay, that's good. What then? Now, this one is the derivative of this. This is the derivative of that, as I shown in the beginning, right? So, therefore, this is actually the sine x over 1 plus cosine x derivative. Okay. Multiply e to the x plus sine x 1 plus cosine x e to the x dx. Yeah, that is something. So this is the derivative of e to the x. So that means this is more or less the product rule. The product rule of this times this. So this one is equal to, the derivative actually is sine x over 1 plus cosine x multiplied by e to the power x. That's right. Yeah, okay. If you take the derivative of this product, is this derivative times this, as this part, plus this part times e to the x. That is the second part. Right? As I shown here, okay, the derivative of this one is equal to 1 over cosine x. That's exactly equal to this. Okay, so this one is equal to sine x 1 plus cosine x e to the x plus c. Yeah, that is the result. Okay. Thank you for your watching.